Well, no such luck for the fashion team tips, unfortunately, with price tag there. Never mind, we've just watched that race. We're down in the Royal Enclosure again. I think we'll stick to our fashion punting this morning. And, we've been looking back at the decades, what everyone was wearing at Ascot in the past few decades. And today we're talking the 90s. Very relevant for you, Louise, because, of course, you're hugely successful with Eternal and as a solo artist. What were you wearing then?
Very frightening clothes. I can just remember wearing lots of knee pads, which is very scary, and lots of very big boots, kind of chunky boots.
It's quite quite a nondescript decade, the 90s. Let's take a look at what people were wearing in Ascot then, James.
Well, I suppose we were looking at grunge in the early 90s, but that should never touch Royal Ascot. Or minimalism. This hat is certainly not minimal, is it? It's interesting looking at this footage that this could be any decade, really. It's not absolutely defined by one particular style.
What are they?
A ludicrous gimmick hat, I can't stand them anyway. This looks like a re-entry shield.
Yeah, it's really true, isn't it? When you're looking at this footage, you would be able to guess sort of the time, maybe from the shoes and the rest of the clothes, but especially looking at the hats, it could be sort of any decade, couldn't it?
I mean, with the 1980s, you've got great big shoulder pads and tiny little skirts, but here we're just seeing the sort of the more bizarre hats of the decade, I suppose. Oh, there's Isabel Christensen, the Great Dane designer, always looks immaculate. Yeah. She looks exactly the same as she did last. I saw her yesterday, looking equally elegant.
Ooh, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Well, underneath the hat. And that looks like Dame Shirley Bassey to me. I think it is.
It is, yeah.
She looks glamorous whatever, doesn't she, really? We're also looking at what the jockeys were wearing then. I don't know if that's really changed very much, actually. But anyway, we've also been out and about feasting on BBC sandwiches. Not as grand as car park number 1, of course. It's been voted the number 1 picnic spot in Europe, granted by Country Life readers. But Juliet Botfield was out and about and sampling all sorts, the silver service, the butlers and even the odd astronaut.